When you hear the word Russia, what is the first thing that comes to your mind? Maybe a tundra or snow. But today we want to tell you something from Russia that you have probably never read or heard of before. Since Russia is a vast country that even Napoleon could not conquer, it is clear that it must have many surprises inside. Believe me, Russia does not only lead to snow and ice. Here are 19 interesting facts from Russia. Join World's Facts. Please like and subscribe and click the bell icon to get new video updates. Number 1. Form 1/5 of the world's waters. Lake Baikal makes up more than 1/5 of the world's freshwater. In fact, Russia, as a single country, supplies a large part of the world's fresh and unfrozen water. Also, 77% of the country is covered by the vast Siberian region. Number 2. Banknotes for the blind. There are embossed letters on the banknotes of this country so that people who are also blind can use this money. Of course, this is not unique to Russia, and it is said that there are also banknotes in Canada, India, and Mexico. Number 3. Red Square. Red Square is the name of a famous square in the center of Moscow, the capital of Russia. The name is derived from the word krasny, which means beautiful. Red Square is the centerpiece of Moscow, because urban design and architecture has expanded in a circle around the center of a point that is the same square. St. Basil's Cathedral, the State Museum of Russian History, Lenin Mausoleum, the Kremlin Wall Mausoleum, the Kazan Church and the Gum Trade Center are located on Red Square. The Kremlin Palace, the official residence of the Russian president, is also located near the square. Number 4. The largest city in Europe. Moscow is the largest city in Europe with a population of 13 million, and London with a population of 8 million is second only to Moscow. Besides, everyone knows that Russia is a very big country, but when we say big, what do you mean by big? To give you a complete picture of the term, we must say that Russia covers more time zones than any other country in the world, a total of 11. Number 5. The most beautiful and deepest subway in the world. The busiest subway system in Europe can be found in Moscow, the capital of Russia, where more than 6 million people commute daily. Moscow subway stations are decorated with the best murals, the most impressive chandeliers and the most expensive marble, and it is probably the most beautiful metro in the world. Also, the speed of the subway in Moscow is extremely fast during busy times, so that every 90 seconds a new train arrives. It is estimated that 9 million people use the subway daily, and in addition, the St. Petersburg subway is the deepest subway in the world. It is located at a depth of 100 meters. Number 6. Kamchatka active volcano. Kamchatka volcanoes are a large group of volcanoes located on the Kamchatka Peninsula in Russia. More than 300 volcanoes have been identified on the peninsula, 29 of which are currently active. The largest of these volcanoes, also inscribed on the UNESCO World Heritage List, is the Kronitsky volcano, which has a height of 3,528 meters. Klyushevskaya Supka is also the tallest active Kamchatka volcano at 4,750 meters. Number 7. Tropical city in Russia. By now you have probably realized that Russia is not just about tundra and snow. While in most parts of Russia the weather can be very cold and sometimes harsh, in Sochi the weather is almost tropical. It is interesting to know that there are even palm trees in this city. A city with the Caucasus Mountains in the background, and you can go to its shores in the morning and go skiing in the mountains in the afternoon. Number 8. The second largest immigrant country in the world. After the United States with 46 million immigrants, Russia is the second largest country in the world in terms of immigration, with a population of 12 million people from around the world. Most of these immigrants are from the former Soviet Union. More than 100 different languages are also spoken within the country's borders. Number 9. Existence of a desert in Russia. It is a desert in western Kazakhstan and southern Russia, north of the Caspian Sea and south of the Volga upland. Its temperature rises above 45 to 48 degrees Celsius in summer and drops below -28 and -36 degrees Celsius in winter. A sandstorm that hit the Baltic Sea in 2001 was originally coming from the desert. A study of Scandinavian dust pollution, a study of long-distance sand movement in the Baltic Sea, found that the number of grains coming from the Rhine Desert is higher than the number of grains coming from the Sahara. Number 10. Russia means the lungs of Europe. Russia has been dubbed the lungs of Europe because most of the country is made up of nature and vegetation, making it the second most carbon-rich region in the world after the Amazon. Russia absorbs the most carbon dioxide in the world after Amazon. Number 11. Yuri Gagarin. Russia was the first country to send a man into space, and his name was Yuri Gagarin. He was the Russian astronaut and the first astronaut in the world. Yuri Gagarin was launched by the Vostok 1 spacecraft on April 12, 1961, and completed a complete orbit around the Earth for 108 minutes. The age of human space travel began with this flight. Number 12. Sell Alaska to the U.S. Russia conquered Alaska in the 1750s. The Russians had trade relations with the native people there, but later sold it. The agreement to buy Alaska from Russia was approved by the U.S. Senate on April 9, 1867 and finalized. Under the deal, Alaska, a Russian immigrant to the Americas, was bought for $7.2 million. Number 13. Cats of Guard. There is a museum in Russia that is guarded by cats. In fact, the museum has brought these cats to the museum to hunt for possible annoying rodents. This museum is the Hermitage Museum in St. Petersburg. The history of this tradition dates back to 1745. Number 14. The most mysterious country in the world. Russia is one of the most secretive and mysterious countries in the world, where it is said that there are 15 cities whose names and addresses are not known or even their location is known. Number 15. Republic of Tatarstan and Temple of All Religions. The capital of the Republic of Tatarstan is in the Russian Federation, which according to the 2010 census of Russia, is the 8th most populous city and one of the most important cities in Russia. Among all the sites of Kazan, it can be said that the Temple of All Religions has a strange and unique feeling. Contrary to its name, this temple is not a place for religious rituals, but its different parts are dedicated to different religions to symbolically represent the unity of different religions. Number 16. The deepest lake in the world. Lake Baikal contains about 20% of the world's freshwater, making it the deepest lake in the world. About 1,700 species of plants and animals live in the lake, 2/3 of which are found nowhere else in the world. Number 17. Only 82 kilometers. Russia is geographically very close to the United States. The countries separated from the Bering Sea are only 82 kilometers apart. Russia shares land borders with 14 Asian and European countries and has maritime connections with the Bering Sea, the Sea of Japan, the Caspian Sea, the Black Sea, and the Baltic Sea. Number 18. The coldest spot on Earth. Oymyakon is a local rural area in the Oymyakonsky region of the Sakha Republic, Russia, located along the Indigirka River, 30 kilometers northwest of Tundra on the Kolyma Highway. With average temperatures in winter, it is the coldest permanent habitat on Earth. It is named after the Oymyakon River, meaning unfrozen patch of water, place where fish spend the winter. Number 19. Mir Space Station. Mir was a space station that operated in low Earth orbit from 1986 to 2001, operated by the Soviet Union and later by Russia. Mir was the first modular space station and was assembled in orbit from 1986 to 1996. It had a greater mass than any previous spacecraft. At the time it was the largest artificial satellite in orbit, succeeded by the International Space Station after Mir's orbit decayed. The station served as a microgravity research laboratory in which crews conducted experiments in biology, human biology, physics, astronomy, meteorology, and spacecraft systems with the goal of developing technologies required for permanent occupation of space. Thank you for watching.